take your orders from him. Is that much clear?" "Yes," Ward said. He had to fight to keep the bitterness he was feeling from showing in his voice. He had been prepared for anything, but this was too much to accept cheerfully. Serving on a dull, one-man base under the domination of a civilian who had probably been rejected by the regular service for timidity or incompetence was a bitter pill to swallow. Ward found a real, though illogical, resentment welling in him, and the object of this resentment was Thomas Halliday. "Thomas Halliday," the colonel said, "is a very careful, painstaking meteorologist. He is completely dependable and reliable. The information he has sent us to date is accurate and thorough. Moreover, he is extremely cautious." The colonel paused and frowned, and his thick, strong fingers drummed irritably on the top of his desk. "Damn it," he said with sudden explosive impatience. "Sometimes I think the man is too cautious. He's been there 3 years now, and he still hasn't sent us a complete report on conditions there. Caution and care are fine qualities, but like all things, they can be overdone. We're planning on erecting a large special base in his locality when we finally get all the information, but we can't make a move until Halliday comes through." "Is there any reason why the research might have been delayed?" Ward asked. The colonel shook his head. "Not as far as we know. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not damning any man until I know all the facts, but I'm not a pot-bellied armchair admiral. I've been in the void myself long enough to realize that you can't pass judgment on a man's work until you've actually seen the situation he's up against. You can't get the complete picture from a 300-word report. There may be other factors to consider that we here don't know about. But Halliday's data isn't coming in fast enough, and I'm taking steps to get at the bottom of the trouble. I'm sending you there, Harrison, because your record indicates that you're a go-getter. Maybe what Halliday needs is a little more recklessness, a little more impulsiveness, and a lot less caution. I'm hoping that you will act as a spur to Halliday. Think you're up to the job?" Ward's eyes were flashing with excitement. His bitter disappointment had vanished. "I'll do my absolute best, sir," he said. The colonel's word had crystallized his swiftly formed animosity for this Thomas Halliday. The man was obviously a timid creature without sufficient guts to do a man's job. Ward felt an itching impatience to get started on this assignment. He wanted to meet Thomas Halliday. He was very anxious to begin his new duties as a spur to the man. "Halliday hasn't given us much information about what he's discovered on that section of Mars," the colonel said. "He's confined his reports exclusively to atmospheric data. In his first report, he mentioned that the area was inhabited, and I got the impression that he hasn't found the natives particularly friendly, but since he hasn't mentioned them since, I gather that he hasn't had any trouble with them. I guess that's about all, Lieutenant. This is an important job, and if you find any reason for Halliday's delay in getting that job done, I want you to flash me a message immediately. I'm putting a lot of confidence in you, young man, but I don't think it's misplaced." The colonel stood up and extended his hand. "Good luck, son." Ward took the older man's hand in a firm grip. "Thank you, sir. I'll do everything I can to justify your confidence in me." He saluted, right-about-faced smartly, and strode toward the door. The colonel followed his straight young back with his eyes, and there was a smile of pride on his face. Lieutenant Ward Harrison, in the opinion of the colonel, was definitely an excellent addition to the forces of Earth. Lieutenant Ward Harrison thought so himself, but he would have suffered his tongue to be torn out before admitting it. 3 days later, at 2440 interstellar time, Ward Harrison arrived at the Earth observation base located in the uncharted, inaccessible area of the southern plain of the planet Mars.